Good morning. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I am Zuri Bibi, and we're here to have our morning sacred geometry message of the day. I think I finally have a good setting for how I want to do the cards when I'm in this room, which might be my regular room. This week, past 2 weeks, I had my mom over, and I let her be in the other rooms of the house. And so I would do my readings here when I wasn't busy with her or at work. Um, and I think she's going to be going back this weekend. I haven't decided what day yet. Have to decide. But it's been really interesting having an aging parent and around in the house. It's a lot of things for you to think about. You know, as you get up in age yourself, and then you have your children, or how are you going to be cared for? When you get of age, something to think about. And then the things that happen as you age. The things, the changes that you go through, mentally, physically, psychologically, all those things. Definitely these past 2 weeks. Not that I wasn't thinking about them before, but I'm looking at her with, she has some things going on that I can see that are changing. And some I'm not really happy about, but like I said, it's part of life. And I know that, God willing, or higher power willing, I'm going to be going through the same thing, aging processes as well. Just think about now where I am now, what is the best thing I can do for myself now, so that when I get to that point, it won't be as traumatic, not only for myself, but for, my children as well. Those things are on my mind. But anyway, while I was getting mom ready, fixing breakfast for mom, my mom loves coffee. So, and normally I would drink coffee as well, have a cup of coffee. But I decided that I would let her just have the coffee and I would drink tea. And I don't know what, for some reason, I've been drinking this tea for months. And I never really paid attention to the name of the tea. But I picked it up this morning and the name hit me. And guess what it is? Tree of Life. That's deep, because I'm reading The Flower of Life, and sacred geometry deals with the flower of life, the tree of life, Kabbalah, and all of that. And that is your life story. And it talks about, all the different, that's what tarot is. It's the story of your life, the things that you go through. And the story of your life is connected to the tree of life. It's connected to your rooted belief systems, and your the ways you've been conditioned, and the ways that your parents might have believed you to, to behave a certain way. And I guess while you're on your journey, you finally decide, well, did I really believe this, or is this something that I was taught? And so I thought that was really interesting. Not only that, my messengers and ancestors have been really talking to me, and I've been really noticing some things. I guess my eyes have been open to a lot of stuff now. I'm paying more attention to my body, and it's interesting. I did not read for myself yet today. I normally read for myself before I do these readings, but the way that this day has started, and I was meditating, I decided to do this reading first, which is kind of interesting, because yesterday when I read for myself, it told me a lot of things, and um, I was just taking it all in, and today I can actually see that a lot of what was said to me was true. I just have to learn. You have to learn to listen to that inner voice that's in your head, because that's your guide, and it will show you the way that's best for you. But the way that the world is has programmed us is that voice in your head means you crazy, but it's not. That voice in your head tells you the way to go. Now let me preface that by saying I don't watch TV here at my house. If I go to Masculine's house, I watch TV over there because he watches TV. And I have a TV here in my bedroom. I used to watch TV all the time. But I heard something. Well, my father used to say the TV was the idiot box. He called the TV an idiot box. I remember as a child he would say, quit watching that idiot box and go outside and play. And as a child I didn't understand that, but with all this reality TV and other craziness, it is the idiot box because they doing some stupid stuff on the TV, and sadly a lot of people are believing that to be real when it's not. And because they don't know that it's scripted, you see a lot of killing and shooting and all kind of violence and all kind of debauchery going on in the world now. Not that it wasn't going on before, but because of the TV, you see it all now. It's unreal. I remember years ago when I first got cable TV when my boys were young, and one time I was sick. Normally because I would control the TV, but I had HBO, and after 9 o'clock or after 10, after 8 o'clock actually, but after 9 o'clock, they couldn't watch that channel, watch HBO, because it was bad. They were showing stuff that real sex and all kind of craziness, and people were having sex on the screen. Not that that's bad or anything, but for a child, they don't need to be seeing that. I didn't think so. And that's probably one of my rooted belief systems. But let me keep the story going. I was sick. And I normally don't get sick, but I was sick. And my oldest son took advantage of that opportunity of me being sick. And they watched that HBO show. Because the next day, my younger son was like, hey, Ma, I know how to put a condom on. And I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Where did you find that out? And, they told me they was watching a real sex show. And my heart sunk because I was like, oh, my God. They done seen some stuff that I really didn't want to have to explain to them. And so, I didn't freak out in front of them. I was just pretty much like, well, what did they do? I started asking questions. And I said, how did they show you? That was what I asked. I said, how did they show you? And my oldest son said, oh, they got a carrot and they got the condom and they put the condom on with the carrot. I was so glad to hear that because they were young. They were under 10. What does a kid under 10 need to know about that? I mean, I'm glad that they know now, when they were of age to know to protect themselves, but I was, pretty thankful that they didn't show them showing a real penis, somebody putting a condom on, with their, but anyway, weeks later, because I started blacking that show, and definitely after that, my sister ended up telling me that they were showing people having sex on that show. How to have sex, because apparently people didn't know how to have sex. Now, mind you, this was over 10 years ago. let me see, probably 20 years ago. Yeah, over 25 years ago, maybe almost not 30, but it was over 20 years ago when that show was on. But this just shows you how much the world has changed. Now they probably are having sex on HBO. I don't have HBO, but I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know what was going on even if it was.